violence will stop and the political process will go in the political framework. It's very difficult to give advices because every country is different, and the history of Ukraine and the history of independence is absolutely different from our history. And therefore it's difficult to propose some scenarios. And also one of the priorities of foreign policy is not to try to impose your own scenario on other countries. If our assistance is needed in any capacity, Azerbaijan is ready to provide its assistance, but so far we did not get any requests from Ukrainian government, neither from civil society. Therefore, to give some recommendations probably would not be a proper idea from our side. As a friends of Ukraine, the only thing we want is just to stop the violence as soon as possible, and to all the forces which are part of the political process to resolve these issues in political ways. Because 22 years of independence is enough. Of course, each country had its own history. There were revolutions, there were peaceful revolutions, peaceful changes, there were not peaceful changes. But I think 22 years is more than enough in order to establish a political system that can function. Not as it functions in Europe, but at least function peacefully. So what else can I say? I wish, of course, patience to the people, condolences to the families of those who passed away, and wisdom to politicians.
Prime Minister Garber.
Thank you. Well, first of all, I'd like to say that we're extremely concerned about the recent development in Ukraine, and we're really sorry that, as you mentioned, 5 people died, and several others were injured. But I'd like to say that we condemn the violence, and as a partner, a friend country to Ukraine, Georgia, believes, and we do hope that Ukrainian government and people and the members of the opposition will find a way to reach an agreement. What else I can advise? I mean, it's really hard. It's a difficult situation, and once again, I very much hope that they will find a solution.
Конечно, то, что сегодня случилось и что творится в братской для нашей страны Украине, тоже очень заботит нас. И мы, конечно же, обеспокоены этими процессами. Кровопролитие, оно, конечно же, недопустимо, и излишняя политизация этих процессов, наверное, основной фактор того, что сегодня делается. И на самом деле Украина, она и как в Советском Союзе, и постсоветском развитии, она во многом схожа с Казахстаном. И вот тот фактор, который я говорил, находиться между двумя гигантами, в данном случае между Россией и Европейским Союзом. И здесь важно очень обеспечить экономические аспекты. Я вот на примере такой же проблемы хотел сказать, что мы несколько лет назад очень были обеспокоены революционными ситуациями в соседней братской Киргизии. И здесь мы видим совместно с нашими российскими партнерами выход в обеспечении экономических основ спокойствия. Необходимо просто дать людям хорошую работу, хорошую заработную плату, а это, конечно же, все те же реформы, о которых мы говорили. И то есть это может быть совет всем, кто хочет помогать той стране, в которой мы видим сегодня проблемы. То есть помогать надо теми экономическими, в первую очередь, возможностями. А других советов, я думаю, наверное, они действительно неуместны.
Thank you, Mr. Sultan. From the other giant on the other side.
Whatever happens in Ukraine is very close to heart of Russian people. Of course, it's a very special case. Ukraine for us, it's the country the closest to Russian people, and Russia is providing the economic support for Ukraine, and we feel it's very important to provide further stability in the country. And as you know, that Russia gave the first tranche for $3 billion for buying Ukrainian bonds. Now the second tranche is coming. So that will continue to be, as we understand that Ukraine does need closer cooperation and certain support in economic sphere. On the other hand, we of course condemn violence, but there is some mass media here, even some governments in the West, are trying to lay responsibility for this with the government. I think it's completely wrong. I think Ukraine has duly elected presidents. He was a opposition leader, came to power by getting the majority vote of the Ukrainian population. And Maidan is not the place to resolve the most important issue, including joining EU or any other, and any calls for early elections or other things political, I think illegal. And throwing stones and firing the police is not the way to resolve the political issue. So we are supporting further negotiations between opposition and government, but we feel that the responsibility lies mainly with the opposition rather than with the government.
Okay, we have 4 minutes left before we need to close this session. So there is room for one or two very, very quick